Hey, what's up? This is your friendly neighborhood Dr. Jimmy128. Take note, there is no 128 on my account name, but hey, that's what I like to be called. Well, actually, I like to be called Jimmy. So hey, welcome to my very first video where we actually get to see gameplay. Um, yeah, I've already stated this a lot in my first video and on my channel homepage, which apparently sucks at the moment. I am not a high level player, as you can see by my measly rank here. And in fairness, I've only just started to take StarCraft seriously. As you can see, I've only played 12 games. I've won 7 of them, so which is 2 games for 500 is never bad. But I have played a lot of custom games. These are mostly practice games with my cousin. Shout out to Greb. What's up? Go. Yeah. That's a little expression that we use here to say, yo, cuz. Yes. Oh, by the way, the time is 12:09 p.m. Yes, this is in the afternoon. This is the time right now in the Philippines. Yes, I am a Filipino who has dedicated part of his life to promoting this wonderful, wonderful game called StarCraft 2. Alright, let's get right to it. This will be my first video where, as I said, do not expect high level gameplay here. I'm basically starting from the bottom. I mean, I've played Brood War, but I'm, one of those noobs or those guys who like to play on big game hunters, don't want to expand. They just mass and mass and mass and mass and mass and mass up a lot of units, and then betting thing, boom. Let's see who's able to macro much better. But we all know that StarCraft is a game of macro and micro. So, uh, sorry, my Filipino accent is kicking in. Let's get down to business. First replay, first video will be about the basic build order of Protoss, which is my favorite race. This is the race I've practiced the most, and I just love it. Yeah. Alrighty, so if you saw that there was a little split among the probes, I selected them all, put them here, then selected 3 here, and then put them here. That's a little bit of micro there. Makes the initial gathering of minerals much more efficient, but doesn't make much difference. Anyways, alright, so you would like to start building probes until you reach 9 food. Once you reach 100 minerals, that is when you want to build your pylon. So that's what I'm doing here. And the idea is when you build your pylon at 9, by the time this 10th probe finishes, this pylon should be done, and you will be able to create another probe without being supply block. But I'm slightly delayed here. Yeah, and I had a miss rally point there. So here I am with my scouting probe. I prefer to scout after the pylon. You see that constellation. So anyways, yes, at around 12 or 13, this is when I like to get my gateway as soon as 150 minerals comes. So there, I got my first gateway. I continuously chrono boost out probes. Now for the new people who played Brood War all their life but do not know what chrono boost is, it is actually a new skill from the Protoss Nexus. You just read that there. So basically makes everything 50% faster, build 50% faster for 20 seconds, which is a big deal. Alright, so around 15 or 14, this is when I like to get my gas. I continuously produce probes, and I build a pylon at 15 or 16 to prevent myself from being supply block. And yeah, I'm not doing a lot of scouting with the probe, but basically this is a very easy computer, so I have nothing to scout about. No need to scout anything. So as you can see, I'm just producing probes, even queuing some up there, and my FPS is ugly. So once the simulator comes out, ideally you'd want to keep an eye on this side of the screen when it says structure complete, and then that is when you bring probes in. And ideally I should have queued the probe to come back here. Yeah. As you can see, my game sense and game mechanics isn't that good. Cause like I said, I only started taking StarCraft seriously just like I don't know 2 months ago. Anyways, you can see that my mineral count is a bit high. Now, normally people would like to get a zealot right when this gateway comes in, but I'd rather not. I wait for the cyber core. I research this. It's called warp gate. I don't know what it's called. And normally this is when I get my second gas. Then I'd like to get out a stalker first. Why? Because around this time this is when a lot of players would scout as well, or their scouting worker might be somewhere on the base. The soccer is, the soccer will do the trick. It will take care of basically anything because it's like the fastest thing on land. So, okay, so as you can see, once the assimilator came out, I immediately put probes on. Continuously bidding probes. If you notice the Nexus, it doesn't stop producing. I just keep on producing probes. Probes. Because if you fall behind in the probe count, you are dead macro-wise. But that's another topic. So you continuously produce probes, and then I like to transition to the robotics facility normally, and then around here get another gateway. Another gateway. There you go. So it's basically called two gate robo, two gateways, one robotics facility. Recently I used to like going for gate. It's a popular build where right after you get your first gateway, of course you get the cybernetics core, and then when your research finishes, I mean, while the research is going on, you get 3 more gateways to make a total of 4, turn them into warp gates, and you rush the hell out of your opponent, which is cool. It's one of my favorite builds, but I'm leaning towards going 2 gate robo nowadays because of the observer. The observer can really come in handy, but I don't know. I guess it's a little overrated. But hey, better safe than sorry. Right, so I'm sure some of you guys are wondering what the hell is a warp gate. Well, as you can see here, this is what a warp gate can do. You can basically summon units anywhere in the map as long as there is a pylon power field. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, ooh, 1 versus 1. So yeah, then you can either transition into 3 more gateways. You can build a third gateway. You can build a fourth gateway, based on what your opponent is doing. Let's say if this guy was much better. Let's say he was getting like mass Zergling, mass Roach, mass whatever. You could either transition into what is that called, Colossus, by getting the robotic support bay, getting the research, blah 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 blah. And also around this time, as you can see, the minerals are rather high and the gas is high. I should have gotten a few sentries. But yeah, around this time you may want to expand while you attack, because it's good gaming sense or good mechanics or whatever it's called, that every time you attack, you expand. It's a good practice. There you go. It's a good practice to attack and expand at the same time. Why? Because when you're attacking, you get your opponent all scared. Oh no, this guy's attacking me, and he'll be basically, just stuck in his base, not doing anything, and you are getting expansion. Woohoo! Alrighty, so that's it for the Protoss build. Once again, I get the pylon at 9, send out my scouting probe. That's what I do. Get the gateway at 12 or 13. Once the gateway comes out, oh no wait, not yet. At around 13 or 14, I get my gas. And then once the gateway pops out, immediately make a cybernetics score. And then keep building probes. Chrono boost probes. But you might want to save the chrono boost for the warp gate technology, so that you can get faster. The faster you get it, the better. It's really useful, especially for us low level players. Anyways, let's move on to the next replay, which I believe is Zerg. Let's look at the Zerg build order. Personally, I don't really use Zerg a lot. I find you really need to have high APM to play this race, because you can really do a lot of things with this. You can go Banelings, you can go Mutalisks, you can go Roaches, you can go Hydras, you can go Broodlords, you can go Corruptors. Ooh, so many choices. So same basic thing. Send out your workers and you saw the split, which I like. Woohoo, adds to APM. And if any of you guys are wondering what APM is, it's actually an acronym for actions per minute. Basically, um, it tells you how many actions you do per minute. Duh! You know how many times you click the mouse, how many times you press the keyboard, blah 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 blah. And let's take a look at the APM. Ooh, it's a 200. Yeah, because basically at the early stages of the game, I like to spam a lot. So at around 9, you'd like to get your Overlord, so you continue producing drones. Now the thing about Zerg is it's a really good Zerg player would really focus on macro, because that's what Zerg is all about. Macro, 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 macro. And it's because of this race that the internet term Zerg came out. It's basically getting a whole lot of shit. A whole lot of shit. Yes, I said shit. And I'm so dead. People who know me, I'm so sorry. Yeah, why did I say that? Why did I say noob? Anyways, if you guys were able to notice why, anyways. So at 14, you get the extractor, and right after, you can either wait a few seconds or whatever, you can get your spawning pool. So it's basically 14 extractor, 13 pool. Then once the extractor comes out, get your drones, keep on powering drones, power, 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 power. But I still have to refine my Zerg build just a little bit, because, like I said, I don't use Zerg that much. So yeah, this is the basic starting build. You immediately put 3 guys on gas. By the time the spawning pool comes up, you'll be able to research Zergling speed. This is